I'm going to cut to the chase, and I'm going to ask you the question I know everybody wants to know, and that is, how did you get the gig working for Cirque du Soleil?
Oh, well, now that is a very interesting story. It's long and sorted story.
Okay.
I had submitted my material to them, you know, demos and so on.
Oh.
And I got called, I remember getting called for one audition. It was a short audition, nothing really came of that. I remember doing a second audition, which was quite a funny audition, actually. That was for Zumanity. I never did get the gig.
Yeah, okay.
But I remember going in there, and it was upright and electric, and you know, bass. And all.
Yeah.
So we did 30 minutes of playing tunes, tracks that they had, you know, different things.
Yes.
No reading. They're not interested in chart reading. You know,
wow, really?
Their whole thing is very organic, and they, you know, they're not looking for necessarily, you know, for strong sight readers. They're looking for strong, you know, creative musicians,
right.
which is an interesting approach. You know, I have my upright, my electric, and fretless, and fretted, and whatever, and
Yeah.
doing all the different tracks. And they said, "Great." I said, "Thanks." And they said, "Okay, now put the bass down."
Okay.
I said, "Okay, what are we gonna do now?"
Yeah.
She said, "Okay, do you see the camera?" And I said, "Which camera?" They said, "That camera." I said, "Do you see that camera?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, I
Yeah.
see it." She said, "All right, we're gonna have someone stand behind, and we want you to make love to the camera." So what does that mean exactly? They said,
right.
"We want you to look into the camera, deep into the camera,
Yeah.
and we want you to make love to the camera, and then pick up your instrument, and through your instrument,
Yes.
make love to the camera."
Wow.
Interesting. So I said, well, all right. So I played a couple, you know, I looked in the camera, played a couple riffs, looked, you know, I'm not an actor, so I did my best. It was slightly embarrassing to say the least, but that's what they wanted, so I did it. And I said, "Yeah, could you have a girl instead?
Yeah,
stand behind the
kinda help
camera,
out
at
a little
least
bit."
just so I can have some point." And I never did get the gig. So I was like, all that effort, you know, and I didn't get the gig. You know, it was crazy.
That's so funny, man.
And then I ended up getting the gig at Le Rêve, which is not a Cirque show.
Right.
And that was at the beginning of that show, during what they call the creation period. Similar to Cirque in its concept and its approach, but it's not a Cirque du Soleil show.
Right.
So I was bass player on that gig
Yes.
for 4 years, and then I got a call to look at Zumanity again.
Yeah.
For band leader. Didn't do that. A couple months later, the O position came up for the bass player band leader position, which happens to be a bass player band leader position, or at least it was.
Yes.
And I got that.
You know, we all have different gifts. What do you think it is about you?
I think, to be blunt and not to be too, you know, egotistical, but I think it is my professionalism. I think that.